What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Top 5 Finance. Today we're going to be going over Tesla stock, whether Tesla is a buy right now, what analysts are saying, looking at the charts, and much more. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to never miss an upload, and with that, let's jump right into the video. So as I'm sure we're all aware, Tesla has been on an absolute tear over the last year. I remember it was about June of 2019 when I bought 7 shares of Tesla for just under $200 a share, which at the time, I remember all the articles were extremely bearish. Everyone thought Tesla was going to go out, and I just had a feeling that it was going to come back, and well, I was right. Those 7 shares are now up over 800%, or they were at least, about a week ago. And it kind of raises the question, where does Tesla go from here? They've been on such a run, and they're, by many estimates, so overvalued. Will they continue to go up, or will they pull back? A lot of people think they'll continue to go up, while a lot of people think that they will go down. So we're going to look at both of those in this video. So the first thing to note is that the Battery Day presentation failed to really bring the excitement and boost that the stock needed, that many people thought that it would. One of the biggest things was that there was no mention of a million-mile battery that many analysts had anticipated. However, Tesla said the improvements in battery technology will enable it to launch a low-cost Tesla down the road. I believe they said, oh yeah, it's right here. I believe they said about 3 years from now, we're confident we can make a very compelling $25,000 electric vehicle that's also fully autonomous, which is very good news. That is right in the price range for millions of consumers. I know people that spend a lot more than that on a car, and to be able to buy a Tesla that's electronic, fast, and fully autonomous for that price is pretty insane. Two more important things that came up on Battery Day were that Tesla can achieve a 54% gain in driving range in the future, and also that they target a 56% reduction in cost per kilowatt hour, which is huge. Another prominent thing to note is that when coronavirus hit, a lot of people thought that would really hurt Tesla, and I'm sure it did hurt manufacturing to a point, but they've still been profitable quarter after quarter, even during COVID, which is pretty surprising. I remember a few months ago, or a few quarters ago rather, when Tesla first became profitable and no one saw it coming, and that's really when the Tesla tear started to take off, and then everything happened with the split, and then it still kept going from there. So who really knows what the future holds? The biggest misconception people have is that Tesla is nothing more than just an American car maker, and that really couldn't be further from the truth. And I think that's the big point that I want to make out of this video, and that is that Tesla is not really a car maker. If we read this right here, it says, when you go to Tesla's investor relations site, the first sentence you'll see is this: Tesla's mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. The company description then goes on to explain how electric cars can help the company achieve this overarching goal, but make no mistake, Tesla is a renewable energy company first and a car company second. This is a huge thing to point out, because that is really where I think a lot of investors see the value in Tesla. Yeah, they're building cars, and the cars are pretty awesome, and then obviously Elon Musk is in a bunch of different endeavors at the moment. But Tesla's biggest thing is its battery capacity and building the gigawatt factories. That is what really attracts a lot of people to Tesla, because if they can really achieve the goals that they say they want, the amount of sustainable energy that will come from this one company is pretty insane. You see, the biggest problem right now with something like solar or wind is battery capacity to be able to store that energy. Currently, we just simply don't have it. That's the biggest drawback to that form of energy over something like oil. But if Tesla is able to keep building its business and reinvesting it into its renewable energy component with the, like I said, with the gigafactories, then this will be a huge push for Tesla in the future, and I think that is where they're heading. But aside from batteries and back to cars, they do have a ton of really cool things coming, such as the Roadster, which will definitely be the fastest car on the road. I believe on Joe Rogan, Elon Musk mentioned that it was going to be able to do under 1.9 seconds, the 0 to 60 speed, and it's going to have some sort of rocket booster component to it, something like that. I think when that comes out in the next year or two, that is going to be a huge boost for the stock, and it's going to be a very attractive car for many enthusiasts and just average people. And of course, we can't make a video about Tesla without mentioning the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck, while it is somewhat odd looking, it is extremely hyped, and it looks totally unique from any other car on the road. It'll stand out, and it's at a very attractive price point where it competes with things like the Ford F-150, which is an extremely popular selling truck. Now, let's look at the Tesla chart for the past 5 years, and just to kind of give an example of where we are at. It may surprise you. So if we look over the last 5-year chart here, we are up approximately 840% from its lows in October of 2015. Now, just looking at this chart, it's pretty alarming, but on the grand scale of things, who knows where Tesla will be in 5 to 10 years? Many investors think that it's even undervalued at this point, which I think is a little far-fetched, but will Tesla come down? That is the question. A billionaire ex-Facebook executive said that Tesla is still generally misvalued as people misunderstand its business model and fundamentally disruptive technology. He went on to say that Tesla is no longer about the car business, but about fundamentally disrupting utilities and providing individuals with the ability to be energy independent. And I think, once again, that is the biggest misconception about Tesla, and that is where Tesla investors are extremely bullish on, and that is their energy capabilities in the future and going forward. Now, personally, I think that at this time, Tesla is not a buy for me. I could be totally wrong. Tesla could rally another 100% from here, but just looking at the stock chart, let's go back to that. Where it's at right now, it just seems so insane, and that is at such a spike. I would wait for some sort of drawback, but I'm not going to be adding any more shares for the foreseeable future. I want to wait to see how things play out over the coming months and years. I know there's a lot of stuff that Tesla has planned for the future, many years in the future, for that matter. So there's a lot of catalysts that could be coming up, but in the meantime, there's a lot of downside because it just seems so overvalued if you just look at the stock chart. But of course, this is just my opinion. I'm not a financial analyst, but yeah, that pretty much wraps things up for this video. Be sure to click the link on the screen to check out another one of our stock analysis videos. And with that, we'll see you all in the next one.